Hello everybody, Jessica Nadav again with this week's Devar Torah for Parashat Vayera. Hope you're all well. This week I'd like to share with you an idea developed from something Rabbi Norman Lamb, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, mentioned that is particularly apt for our generation. In our times, we're constantly being told that we can do and be whatever we want to be and have whatever we want to have at any given moment. We're bombarded with this message through consumerist capitalism. Today, online retailers, for example, will deliver any product you can imagine at any time of night or day. You don't need to wait. And this is reinforced on the individual and the identity of the individual. Anyone can choose to be whatever they want to be at any given time. We're told that this is the result of our openness, our acceptance and positivity. Dare we say, love towards all. We might call this chesed in Hebrew. Chesed, translated as loving kindness. There's no good single word in the English language for chesed. Chesed is rightly held up as a major pillar in Judaism. It could be said that it's in our national DNA. Looking carefully, however, at the expression used in many places in the Talmud, the word chesed doesn't appear on its own. For example, in the morning we read the first Mishnah in Peah, which says that there are certain matters that have no fixed limits, and it lists them. The first fruit offerings, for example, the study of Torah, for example, and Gemilut Chasadim. Is there a difference between Chesed and Gemilut Chasadim? Isn't Chesed enough on its own? What does Gemilut add to it? We refer to Gemilut Chasadim all the time, but what does the word Gemilut add to the idea of Chesed? So let's take the epitome of Chesed in the Torah and the main character of this week's parasha. In fact, the main character in the whole of this part of Bereshit. Abraham Avinu is well known as being Ish Chesed, a man of loving kindness. Abraham at Bereshit 21:8 made a feast for his son Yitzchak when he was weaned. The Torah says, Vayas Abraham mishte gadol bayom higamel et Yitzchak. The word the Torah uses for weaning is the same root as for our gemilut. What does that mean? It says higamel, the root of gemilut. What does it mean? When a child is very young, we give them everything they want. We don't question what they need, whether they already ate enough, for example. If they cry for food, we feed them without asking questions. As they begin to grow and develop, we slowly introduce boundaries. We wean them off milk, for example, and we start to bring up the child to understand that there are limits. Chesed without limits can be totally destructive. Chazal understood that we cannot have unbridled chesed. It needs to mature and grow with the child. We all understand that the child needs boundaries to grow up and mature into a balanced human being. Likewise, a society without boundaries cannot survive. Much as we might wish to be positive and permissive, there must be limits on our behavior for society and the individual to grow and thrive within. Chazal in the Talmud are teaching us through this expression, Gemilut Chasadim, that our loving kindness means our love expressed through kindness must be mature in nature, channeled correctly, and have boundaries or limitations. And Abraham understood this too when it came to his beloved son Yitzchak. He had to wean him off. He had to limit that kindness. Love or kindness on its own is not enough. It needs to be channeled correctly and limited in nature. Shabbat Shalom.